Good evening. I apologize for being a little late. It is 5:31, so we're going to get our meeting started. Thank you for coming to our council meeting. I'd like to call the meeting to order. If you would, please stand for the prayer, and from the prayer, we'll go into the Pledge of Allegiance. Mr. McCullum, call roll, please.
Councilman Roberts.
Here.
President Logan.
Here.
Councilman Hinton.
Here.
Councilman Davis.
Here.
Councilman Hall.
The mayor's office has a couple presentations out of her office, so right now I will yield the floor to the Honorable Mayor Donna Aaron.
This evening we have some very special guests with us. We have with us the Tuscaloosa County High School ambassadors. The Tuscaloosa County High School ambassadors are the official hosts and hostesses of the school and represent the faculty, student body, and community. Being selected as a TCHS ambassador is one of the highest honors attainable in the Tuscaloosa County High School. By passing the grueling selection process, the ambassadors are expected to promote a high standard of character and demonstrate effective leadership skills. These are just a few of the functions that the ambassadors have volunteered for, and they represent the school. At the beginning of school, when we have the institute, or when they have the institute, I had the institute for a long time, they are there as volunteers. They do freshman orientation. They have junior achievement at the local elementary schools. They're involved in the Alumni Homecoming Program, Veterans Day Program. They work in the office in the summer months, schedule pickup, choir and band concerts, and the graduation. This past year, the ambassadors volunteered their service at the Northport Citizen of the Year luncheon and Dickens Downtown, and I must say we were very honored to have them here. It is an exciting and promising to see the character and work ethic that these future leaders possess. I will now recognize the 2019-2020 TCHS ambassadors and their sponsor. And if you would, please come stand behind me as I call your name. Sponsor, Dana Dunn. And it makes me encouraged to see so many fine young folks doing the things that they do in this day and time when all you hear are negative things. Zachary Atkinson. McKinley Atwood. Okay. Sarah Mason Avery. Shelby Ballard. She's at basketball too. See what else they do? They play basketball. Lily Barger. Leslie Blakeney. Kylie Cowart. Maggie Duncan. Emma Catherine Dykes. Gracie Fowler. She's at basketball too. John Glenn Freeman. Will Hines. Anna Hockett. She's at basketball. Okay. Madeline Johnson. Okay. Bradley Russian. Gabby Sandlin. Rachel Seal. Basketball. Lily Sims. Catherine Steele. She's come too. Samarie Washington. And I hope I didn't wreck this.
That's okay.
Abigail Wilson. Let's give these fine folks a big round. We really appreciate all that you've done, and you were a find of sorts when we had the Citizen of the Year banquet, and I think that was Mr. Gradeau that said, we can use these folks, and look at what we have inherited, and we are so proud, and I appreciate what you've done, and we are going to use you all more, as much as we can, and it. Well, you need to be, because as I said, we have too much negative going on with young folks these days, and look at what is here, and we are so proud of them.
We love Business County High School. We love our hometown of Northport. We are very certified that we work together. We love them.
Thank you all for coming. That was so nice and so happy. Ashley, you want to come forward now?
Hey, ambassadors, you're more than welcome to stay. But I know you got more civic duties to do, and
Y'all want to go watch those girls play basketball, don't you?
oh yeah, that's right, you got a basketball game tonight.
Okay. Whereas human trafficking is a real problem facing the world today, and although it can take many forms, including debt bondage, forced marriage, slavery, and commercial sexual exploitation, in every case it goes against the core principles of individual freedom and civil rights that our state and nation stand for. And whereas the city of Northport, Alabama is committed to ensuring that our community remains on the front lines in combating this deplorable crime. And whereas due to its secretive and illegal nature, it is difficult to accurately quantify the extent of human trafficking. However, the U.S. State Department estimates that anywhere from 600,000 to 800,000 people are trafficked across the international borders each year. Most victims of human trafficking are women or children who have been marginalized and isolated from society. The difficulty in grasping the full scope of this problem can be further compounded because people often turn a blind eye to it. And whereas the first step in eliminating human trafficking is to educate others, we must work to ensure that all our residents are aware of this problem and how to spot it. We must work together as a community so that human traffickers are punished and to protect and to assist the victims. Through the vigilance and perseverance of our citizens, effective enforcement of justice will someday be a reality. And whereas we ask all residents of this community to join us in raising the visibility of this crime, whose victims are all too often invisible. Together we can become more informed about this pressing issue and work to combat its injustice. Now therefore I, Donna Aaron, Mayor of the City of Northport, do hereby proclaim January the 2020 as Human Trafficking Awareness Month in Northport, Alabama.
Thank you, Mayor Aaron. One more presentation that's going to be an external one given by our auditors, Lawrence Hitt and Pew, led by Mr. Mac Hitt. Mr. Hitt, thank you for being here.
Council and Mayor, we've completed our audit for the 9-month period, short year for 9/30/18. It's a good audit, it's clean, we have a clean opinion, or unqualified opinion in the county's terms, which means there's no issues, there were no qualifications. We had no findings to bring before the council as a result of the audit. And the results of the audit from a financial standpoint, city appears to be in sound financial shape and footing. Your unrestricted cash, which everything boils down to cash. You gotta have cash to pay bills and everything else. So, but your unrestricted cash and the general fund and water and sewer fund combined was up $2.9 million as compared to the prior fiscal year. During this same 9-month period, you reduced your outstanding debt principal by $2.6 million. So you had a very, very solid year, and a lot of that has to do with your conservative budgeting approach. Y'all do a good job of budgeting. As far as the budget goes, your actual revenues exceeded budgeted revenues by $3.9 million. And on the same token, your actual expenses were under the budgeted amount by $2.5 million. So that's just a double positive there. But the city seems to be in solid financial position to take the next step forward with the revenue growth. The expansion of the economic growth and so forth. If you look back just a few short years, 5, 6, 7 years ago, whatever, compared to where you are now, they'll make tremendous strides in the financial stability of the city, and that's you be commended for that, council, mayor, and all the department heads and the staff. But again, we had a good audit, clean opinion. We had no findings. The city appears to be very stable financially, and be happy to answer any questions anybody has either tonight or any time later. Anybody have any issues or questions?
No, other than I just love the fact that you said no findings, sound financial footing, unrestricted cash was up 2.9 million, revenues are up, our debt and expenses were lowered. That's exactly what you're supposed to be doing, right?
Well, that's what y'all supposed to be doing. Yeah, that's what I say. Y'all the one to run the city.
Well, we got a really good staff, so I mean that's just great. That's great news. That's really, really great news. Mayor, council, anything?
I think we're gonna get a full year report as promised later. This was 9 months.
Right.
And I would like to caution everybody that this is just one point on a graph. You need more than one point to figure out if it's a trend or if it's an outlier. So we have to keep moving forward to make sure it's a trend as opposed to just a good 9-month period.
All right, thank you, Mac. Right now, I'd like to make a motion to accept the audit and authorize our city administrator's office to accept, of course, the city council and place this copy of our audit on the city's website. That's in the form of a motion. Is there a second?
Second.
Second by Councilman Roberts. Any questions or comments? Hearing none, Mr. McCullum.
Councilman Roberts,
Yes.
President Logan,
Yes.
Councilman Hinton,
Yes.
Councilman Davis,
Yes.
Councilman Hahn,
Yes.
carried.
Item 5, approval of our agenda. Is there a motion to approve the agenda as printed with the addition of the recent vote that we just took on presentation item C?
So moved.
That's a motion by Councilman Hinton, second by Councilman Roberts. Any questions or comments? Hearing none, Mr. McCullum.
Councilman Roberts,
Yes.
President Logan,
Yes.
Councilman Hinton,
Yes.
Councilman Davis,
Yes.
Councilman Hahn,
Yes.
motion carried.
8A1 new business. It's a first reading of an ordinance ordering the demolition of an unsafe structure located at 1203 12th Street. Ms. Ram.
Yes, sir. The building inspectors have found the structure located at 1203 12th Street to be unsafe and dangerous to the public health, and is recommending that the structure be demolished. All necessary procedures have been followed, and like you said, this is a first reading.
Thank you. I'll offer that for a first reading on item 8A1. 8A2 is a first reading of an ordinance ordering the demolition of an unsafe structure located at 1615 20th Avenue. Ms. Ram.
Yes, sir. This structure has also been deemed unsafe and danger to the public health, and building inspectors are recommending that structure be demolished as well.
Thank you. Is there a member of council wanted to offer that for a first reading?
I'll offer that.
That's offered up by Councilman Davis. 8A3 is a first reading of an annexation of approximately 16 acres located at the corner of Mittlebury Road and Pine Hill Road. Ms. Ram.
Yes, sir. This is 16 acres, like, as you said, located at the corner of Mitley Road and Pine Hill Road. Mr. Tanner Smithson is that property owner, and this does come with a favorable recommendation from the Planning Commission. The initial zoning for the entire 16 acres will be agricultural.
Thank you. Is there a member of council wanting to offer this for a first reading?
I'll offer that for a first reading.
Thank you. Offered up by Councilman Davis. 8A4 is a first reading of a rezoning of 2 acres from AG to C2 located at the corner of Mittlayer Road and Pine Hill Road. Ms. Ram.
Yes, sir. Mr. Tanner Smithson does request the rezoning of the corner 2 acres at Pine Hill and Mittlery to be rezoned from AG to C2, which is neighborhood commercial. This does come with a favorable recommendation from the Planning Commission.
Thank you. Is there a member of council wanting to offer this for a first reading?
We'll offer this first reading.
Thank you. That's offered up by Councilman Hinton. 8A5 is a first reading of a conditional use to allow indoor recreation in a C2 zone. Ms. Ram.
Yes, sir. Mr. Tanner Smithson does request a conditional use approval for those same 2 acres. That would be in a C2 zone, and that is to allow for indoor recreation. His plans are at this time to construct an indoor baseball facility at this location. That
All
does
right.
come with a favorable recommendation as well.
Thank you. Is there a member of council wanting to offer this for a first reading?
I'll-
All right. First one is Councilman Hogg. But we know the second reading, we know Councilman Davis has got that unofficially. 8B1 is a resolution awarding bid file 20-01 for a gooseneck recycling trailer to Pro Trainer. Ms. Starnes.
Yes, sir. Public Works received bids for a recycling trailer. We only received 1 bid, and that was Protainer, and they met all the bid requirements.
All right, thank you. Is there a motion to approve the resolution awarding the recycling trailer bid file 20-01 to Pro Trainer?
I'll make that motion.
That's a motion by Councilman Davis. Is there a second?
Second.
Second by Councilman Roberts. Any questions or comments? I'll add one. The bid amount was $22,300. $22,300 for the record. All right, that's a motion by Councilman Davis, second by Councilman Roberts. Any further questions or comments? Hearing none, Mr. McCullum.
Councilman Roberts.
Yes.
President Logan.
Yes.
Councilman Hinton.
Yes.
Councilman Davis.
Yes.
Councilman Hogg.
Yes.
Motion carries.
Second item is a resolution declaring certain items as surplus and authorizing their proper disposal. Chief Marshal.
Yes, sir. This is for several expendable items that we are asking to surplus that have reached their useful lifespan so we can dispose.
Thank you. Is there a motion to approve that resolution?
I'll make that motion.
That's a motion by Councilman Roberts. Is there a second?
Second.
Second by Councilman Hinton. Any questions or comments? Hearing none, Mr. McCullum.
Councilman Roberts.
Yes.
President Logan.
Yes.
Councilman Hinton.
Yes.
Councilman Davis.
Yes.
Councilman Hogg.
Yes.
Motion carries.
Third item is a resolution authorizing the relocation of overhead utilities to underground along Main Avenue and 5th Street. Mr. McCullum.
All right, this is part of our streetscape project that we have been working with for quite some time. TTL is our engineer of record on that project. Frank's here if you have any questions, but it's simply to authorize the relocation of the utilities, above-ground utilities to underground utilities in conjunction with that streetscape project.
Thank you. Mayor, members of council, I didn't know if you had any questions of Frank. I know he's here to answer some questions if you had any. I think everybody's just ready to get it going, probably.
Right.
A lot of hard work on everybody's end. Is there a motion to approve that resolution?
Motion to approve.
That's a motion by Councilman Hogg. Is there a second?
Second.
Second by Councilman Davis. Any questions or comments? Hearing none, Mr. McCullum.
Councilman Roberts.
Yes.
Councilman Logan.
Yes.
President Logan, sorry.
That's all right.
Councilman Hinton.
Yes.
Councilman Davis.
Yes.
Councilman Hogg.
Yes.
Motion carried.
Item C is our consent agenda. Ladies and gentlemen, we have 15 items. They range from minutes of the previous meeting, bill listings, travel and training, and PO requisition, of course, to various departments. Is there a motion to approve the consent agenda as printed?
I'll make that motion.
That's a motion by Councilman Roberts. Is there a second?
Second.
Second by Councilman Hinton. Any questions or comments? Hearing none, Mr. McCullum.
Councilman Roberts.
Yes.
President Logan.
Yes.
Councilman Hinton.
Yes.
Councilman Davis.
Yes.
Councilman Hogg.
Yes.
Reports of special committees to council. If any member of council or the mayor's office wanted to give a report from their respective committees at this time.
President Logan, if I may, we're gonna have a meeting next week of the Finance Committee. I've still have to determine the day. This is to take a look at a 2-year look at the 1 cent increase. I'm gonna request that any of the council, especially the Projects Committee, if there's certain items that need to be considered so that we can take a look at how this affects a 2-year span, as we obviously have not counted on the money till the second quarter of our budget year. I think we need to be a little more proactive and look this budget year and the next one. So I'm requesting that if you have any special requests or concerns, if I could receive those by Tuesday next week. And then I believe Darren will schedule that afterwards. And I'm also gonna request Max attend that meeting from some of the projects we have going, especially the streetscape.
All right. Thank you, Councilman. Any further business from respective committees? All right, moving on. Item 10, public hearings. We have none on the agenda in terms of scheduled public hearings by state requirement. Item 11, city administrator's business. Mr. McCullum.
Yes. President Logan, we have been working, the staff has, on examining our insurance coverage. We have a plan that I think that's going to ensure that the city is adequately covered and should in fact save some money for the council to be used in other areas as we look to do road improvements and streetscapes and other things. These funds will be available for that use, so feel very good about that. And then, of course, we need to talk about executive session and some personnel issues that, as we move toward that.
Yes, sir. Item 12, departmental business. We have none on the agenda. Of course, you mentioned the executive session. We will offer that one after the mayor and council members' business. That will be item 15, just for the record. Item 13 is public comment. We have one citizen signed to speak, Mr. John Freeman. Good evening, Mr. Freeman.
Good evening. I'm his daughter.
Good evening. Please state your name and address for the record.
My name is,
John D. Freeman, 12305 Sand Dollar Drive. I presented you a bill and you didn't like it because it was chicken scratching. This is certified and notified.
Are you saying this is a new bill? Now, legally the city can't pay that first bill and probably can't pay this one either. But I will make sure for the record we get this to staff. But as mentioned, I think by law we can't because it's illegal to pay it.
You had a piece of paper across that line right there and said, this is the reason why we can't rent trailers out there on rental property.
Yes, sir.
And, I've been to, this is 3 or 4 business meetings now that I've been to, and I see how y'all work. Somebody comes in here and says, I make a motion that we do so and so, and everybody says, I do that, and I second that, and everybody says, yay, and it's all done. So I make a motion that the honorable mayor now make a motion that we throw that paper out, and let's do another paper that says, I can rent my lots and get my livelihood in that.
Yes, sir. I understand it exactly. And I know your daughter's here, so I want to make sure we communicate with her as well. Yes, sir.
I passed out a questionnaire that I had typed up, because I know that you say one question. But this was my father's livelihood that he invested in a long time ago for his retirement, along with several other people out there. They rezoned this without any input, without any notification, so he could ask, and along with several others. So not only have you hurt his ability to make money in his golden years, he also cannot sell these lots, because who wants to invest in a place they cannot rent or make income or live on? Now, that once was a premier mobile home park in this city. Had a swimming pool, a clubhouse. So what I'm asking is to represent the citizens, not special interest. I was good friends with Bob Rust, and we didn't always agree on everything, but my daddy's been fighting this 20 years. And on the minutes of October 19th, 2000, he requested a continuance of a variance